Keep your eyes open because you're going to see not one, but two beautiful T-33s in formation flying, lights on, smoke on. They have the brakes, they're adding power, getting the engine spooled up to full military power, and they let go of the brakes, and down the runway they go. Keep your eyes focused on not one, but two beautiful T-33s. Leo Herta, flying one of the T-33s, has been flying for 25 years, models, and he flies out of Fontana, California. He says, my son and I fly, and we are also sponsored by Global Jet Club and Horizon Hobby. Global Jet Club is the company that produces these beautiful T-33s. These airplanes are actually all composite material. They come out of the mold painted. You can pick different color schemes. T-33 you see coming from 50 is actually 1/5 scale. So that means this aircraft is 1/5 the size of the full size. If you enlarge that 5 times, you will have a full size T-33. Coming in from Show Center to the left, the T-33 has a King Tech 180 turbine and guided by Spectrum radio. If you think it's hard to fly one airplane, imagine flying one with formation with a friend. These guys don't just do this on a show, they practice all the time. As we're coming up for a slow roll, those pilots are watching not only their own airplane, they're watching the other airplane as well. Definitely want to get close, but not so close they touch. They're already painted, they don't need to share paint. One of the beautiful aspects about this airplane that makes it such a favorite aircraft for modelers is the way that it slows down. If you look at that big wing, these jets, when they pull the power back, can really slow down, but when they add power, they can speed right back up. Now, on the tips, you got the lights there showing. On the tips of the wings, those are not bombs. Those are actually fuel tanks. That's right, turbine engines love gasoline. They've never met a gas station they did not like. Turbine engines actually drink a lot of gas, and so they have to have a lot of fuel on board. How about that, folks? A beautiful, huge loop. How about a round of applause for that? That was not easy, and they love to hear that, guys. Man, thank you. Absolutely amazing that they're coming out here flying these airplanes, and they look real. They're flying just like a full size. And look, not only are they watching their airplane, having to manage the airspace, they're also making sure they're doing the same maneuver at the same time. Now, you see a couple of people out there with them. Those are called spotters. And what spotters do is they watch everything else. As a pilot, I'm focusing on the airplane. I'm watching my airplane. I'm watching my partner's airplane, making sure we're flying together. I'm not looking for birds. I'm not looking for other airplanes or anything in the air that could hit us. And that's what the spotters' jobs are to do. They're spotting, they're looking around, they're saying, hey, you're getting close, speed up, slow down. Look at this pass right here, left to right, these beautiful T-33. Folks, if you want to see what the real T-33 looks like, guess what? We have one here at the airshow. Parked in the back over there by the hangar is a full-scale or a real T-33 Shooting Star. This is done up in the famous Thunderbirds color scheme. In fact, the earlier jets did not paint the jets all white like the F-16 that you see today. They only introduced the white later when they brought in the F-4 Phantom. The F-4 Phantom did not last very long because it was so expensive to keep up, they changed and went to the F-16. Imagine an airplane so expensive, it was too expensive for the Air Force to keep up. These T-33s come as what's considered an ARS, stands for almost ready to fly. That means when they purchase the aircraft from the factory, all the major components are already built. They can choose all the different color schemes they want. This allows for folks who are too busy to build the airplane from scratch to get the major components built so they can focus on flying, competing, or doing what they want to do in the hobby. And of course, with these guys, they practice all the time. This takes a lot of skill to not only fly your jet, but to fly your jet with somebody else. Now look how slow the T-33 can get. Now for a jet, this is slow. We got the landing gear down. He's got his flaps fully down. And now he's adding power. Here to the left, we got our next T-33. You can see him as he slows down, bringing the power up with the air brake. And again, that kind of airspeed, a lot of jets are designed to fly fast. If you have an airplane that's designed to fly very fast, guess what? It doesn't fly slow really well. And so one of the nice things about the T-33 is that with that huge wing sticking out, you can bring the airplane down and for a jet, fly really slow. All right, folks, look from left to right. Our first T-33 is coming in. Didn't like the approach, and so you hear him add the power. And that is perfectly fine. We want them to fly safe. They know if they come in, they don't like that approach, they don't like the landing, they can power up and do it again. On the left, again, we got our T-33 with the lights on. He's got it slow. He's gonna touch down. How about that, folks? How about a round of applause for our first T-33 shooting star? Folks, we got people over at the other end of the runway standing. This is very unsafe. If you could please continue walking. We don't want to have an accident. So if you can hear me and you're standing and looking at me, please walk on. Again, it's just for safety. Okay, folks, if you look to the left again, we got our second T-33. Now he's coming in a lot slower, the first time around, he noticed he was a little too fast, too high. So now he slows down, pitches up, and he touches down, hits the brakes. And let's get a round of applause for our second T-33.